HashtagShow.co.uk.
Episode 102. 102. It's for me and you. It's the hashtag show. We're back again. What will we talk about this week? Diddly dee dee. Cheeky Mal and DJ Gibbo are here to talk you through your pains and fears. It's another episode from the boys of the hashtag show.
And also, happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear hashtag. 5-year-old today. Hey. Ta-da.
5 years. Whoa. And on that note, we've lost Cheeky Mal. That's how exciting that was for Malockley. We've lost him. So let's take a short break and let's get him back. Wonderful. What a dick.
I just done the happy birthday thing and then boom, it just...
That was it, man. We were on a roll. It was the energy. We were singing and dancing, and then you're like, "Oh, my laptop's dead because I didn't plug it in."
I must know of,
That's
charging there.
Yeah. Would you like a wee Apple update from my steam-powered Mac?
Yes.
Mate, the end is near. The
You've been
end
hanging on
is
to that
near.
laptop for a grim year or two.
So every month now, what I do is, because I keep everything on an external hard drive, so I don't even have to. I try and give the computer as less stress as possible, and then every month I'll fucking just clean it all, just strip everything, clean it all, and then Apple launched on new MacBooks. Mac launched on new MacBooks. So there was an update, like an iOS update software. So I went to do the update, and Apple was like, "Nah, we're not can't do the update." I was like, "Nah." So since that day, when I've tried to do the update, like web pages on the opening, and it's dying. I'm like, "Don't die on me now. Wait till the gig start up again so I can get a fucking computer."
Is Santa getting out his COVID bed and getting DJ Gibbo a laptop for Christmas?
I fucking wish. If Santa comes anywhere near my house, he's getting his throat cut. Santa's banned.
Mate, suck him off and try and get some free presents.
Mate, I would let Santa, the elves and the reindeers, I'd suck a lot of them off in a fucking heavy Christmas train.
Mukbang. Mukbang Santa and his elves.
Mukbang the Claus house.
Just a bukkake mukbang with Santa and the elves. Well, 'tis the season to be jolly.
Tis indeed. I don't know what that means.
No, they are.
You get that for Boris Johnson. He said that yesterday in his update. Tis the season to be jolly. Tis also the season to be cautious.
I've never listened to any of the political stuff. Don't watch the news. We know
this.
In a bubble.
You are in a bubble. No, the kind of bubble that the government wants you to be in. You've been in a bubble since 1997.
Early 90s, I've been in my own bubble, man.
So, mate, I think once you had got yourself clear of the gear. Now, once you get totally off all the gear, the pills and all that, turned a corner. Once the Wayne started walking, I was like, I'm getting in a bubble, mate. I'm shutting off. That was you.
Well, I cleaned my act up early 2000s. Right about time, I met Maria, my beautiful wife, and we sat down and decided to go forth together. We needed children to grow our love,
She's like,
and
I need somebody to help with the house.
And also, I could eat her cuisine and she could shout at me. But essentially, we were at a point now in a relationship where we both equally want to punch our children square in the fucking face. Yeah?
Let me ask you this, right? Obviously, I'm making fun of your red face again. We know that you're new on blood pressure tablets because you're eating like a Viking.
I'm in the way to Valhalla.
Like you're living like you're like almost like you're like a cosplayer without dressing up. Like your diet is like that of a medieval king.
I'm like Conor McGregor. I'm all about the steaks,
And you fuck like Conor McGregor. That cunt's like a wiry man. He's like a whippet. You are like fucking like, I don't know, Henry VIII or something. That's what you're like. An old medieval king. red wine, beer, and fucking red meat. That's it.
Well, it's funny
I
you
even
said
say
that.
to you, what did you have for your dinner last night? You're like, sausages. Sausages.
I am no, but I think I do eat a balanced diet because Maria
No, you don't.
looks
What do
after my
you?
diet.
What do you? Aye, Beer. That's my next question. Have you got a life insurance policy?
Aye,
She's trying to kill you, mate.
I don't
She's trying
actually.
to kill you, mate.
Don't actually know.
She's got the dream house. She's got you to build the flower beds. As soon as
It's
you have
everything,
finished,
aye.
as soon as you've finished all the tasks in that house, you're having one last meal and you're gone.
As soon as the extension's finally built after lockdown, we get some money in. That's it. I'm
as soon as,
popped.
mate, as soon as the extension's built and you somehow get the wains at the house, that's it. You're getting one last. You're going to come in one day and there'll be like the ultimate feast laid out. You'll be like, "What have I done to deserve this, Maria?" You're like,
Eat as much as you want.
You don't leave at the table till you eat all the fucking meat, okay? You're like, I got it. Then just bang, mate, just explode. I think you'd quite happily go that way.
Just one more little wafer. You seen that in the...
Then that's going to be you. Oh, God. Just with one of your 40 t-shirts all distorted, stretched across you. Your ultrasonic beanies be fucking stretched out. I can't eat, Maria.
It's just at the top of my head, like a wee tube on it.
I can't eat anymore. Come on, Malaga. Take it.
I'm taking a wee piece.
Here, Hen, how come there's tarpaulin all over the walls in here? What the fuck's going on? Bang. So you make gone.
I would, you know, if I was cooking for myself, my diet would be terrible. But Maria does make sure it's a balanced diet. But I'm on medication for high blood pressure now.
Aye, but I know in your head.
I'm just getting old, mate. I'm nearly 50.
Wow, I know you.
Listen to this. I'm nearly 50.
I know, and I'm nearly 40.
And I'm on high blood pressure tablets.
And I'm fucking 6.5 stone overweight. I know for a fact that you take that tablet and you think, well, I'm taking a tablet, I can do what the fuck I want.
There's an element of that.
Exactly.
I'm going, let's just sort me out for the next wee bit.
Aye. Yeah, Hen, get the fry up on the go. I've taken my tablet.
Somebody posted the other day there, deep fried pickles. And I thought, I'm for some of that.
You never had deep fried pickles?
I've never had a deep fried pickle in my fucking... I didn't even know it was a thing.
You must have had it in the States. It's a big American thing.
In the States, yeah. Never in my life.
In the States, you know. Do you know, and obviously you're going to fucking say something, right? But see in Hooters, you get them for free in Hooters.
Is that the booby bar?
Aye, but it's not the booby bar. It's not the booby bar. Because the thing is that in America, they have Hooters. They have it here as well. There's one in Birmingham, right? But
it's Hooters as in Hooters, that's where it came from. Like,
Hooters. Hooters. Right. So,
I don't even know the noise.
That's an old
Have you ever done that? You get arrested now, when you just walk up to a bird and like that.
No, it's something in the street, but surely you've all done it to your missus where you went.
I just looked up and done the face. Have you ever weighed your missus?
Weighed her?
You go a bit stunned behind her and grab the jabs and go, way.
I thought you were putting a pair of fucking kitchen scales or something.
No, you just weigh her, just go behind her. Arms under the oxters, run to the jabs, and then go, way.
There's nothing better.
Followed by a slap in the face, because it's usually
it's
usually your mate's wife at the party, and you're like, I thought you were my missus. Listen, I've only had a few drinks, don't tell your man.
Or it's your mate.
It's your mate, and you're tickling his balls. I thought you were your missus. No, I thought you were my wife. With a cock. I get into mistake. I get into that trouble at parties all the time. You know what? Dogging car parts, mad shit. Just silly things happen.
Walking into a party with your trousers off. Oh, I thought it was the house. I'm sorry.
This is the synagogue, man. I was trying to see it. What? Is this dogging?
The synagogue. I'm surprised you know what a synagogue is.
I do know what a synagogue is. That's where Jewish folk go dogging.
What a synagogue is.
A synagogue. Is that on a drum kit? You hit the synagogues.
No, a synagogue's
synagogue. Boom, 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 synagogue.
A synagogue's the thing that used to be in front of the marmalade jars.
A synagogue's a Jewish gollywog. The wee gollywog with a jube on it.
And a Star of David.
Kosher jam.
A wee Star of David. And a bagel with a good dress. He's like,
Colours of gold.
Right.
Hot spot. Strawberry jam.
Oh my God, a synagogue's a Jewish gollywog. That's brilliant.
You can't get away with that now. It's pure offensive.
Well, look at that thing I posted the other day when it was what was it, David Jason talking about it, how he feels like we've lost the sense of humour. It's true. There's certain things you can't joke about without causing offence. Do you mean I do think there's no. I mean, we spoke about this before, so no good. But I do think that people can't differentiate between the, people saying things for humour. I think we all know that some things are said and they are offensive.
You get into a serious monologue.
I know, because you know what, I've had a bit of an argument recently with someone about it, and I'm going,
bit of a ding dong.
Yes, about this very show, and I was like, you need to fuck off.
Well, that's what I was saying. Obviously, there's going to be loads of people out there that maybe the content of this show's too much for them. But really, they can go and fuck themselves, because ultimately, it's just two guys having a laugh, shooting the shit. And there's something liberating about talking about things that you're not meant to. And don't get me wrong, we could go a lot darker, which we do control each other.
Again, if anybody saw the WhatsApp chat, it's a lot darker. To be fair to Mr. Ross, man, he comes into his own.
Spider-Man hangs just blew my mind.
Spider Ross.
Mr. Ross?
I can just see you taking the sausage you get with, going, I'll be back in a minute, will you? I need to go and download this one and zoom in.
No, that was one of the messages where it's a bad message. Well, I do when I have to clear the chat.
Oh,
just in case anybody in my house picks up and goes, oh, Dad's gay.
As soon as Ross had said in the WhatsApp, this one's
lads. No,
I don't know,
lads.
I'm also at the point now, see, when you send a voice note, I'm too scared to open it. I need to fucking burrow away like some wee kind of squirrel, man. Find a dark corner and then listen to it.
Not that bad, are they?
No, but I'm never, because I always when I get your voice messages, I'm in a shop or I'm in a place in public, and I'm scared to play it in case you're like, okay, a synagogue's a Jewish gollywog. Up in you, mad synagogue. Anyway, episode 102. 5 years, man. 5 years we've been doing this nonsense.
Birthday episode. This is the 5th birthday episode.
This is it. How have you been? How have you been this week? Because you're in tier 4, aren't you? Have you noticed any difference whatsoever? No
difference whatsoever. I'm still going to do my shopping. That's really my going out is I do the dad's taxis, drop the boy off at his college. I go to the post office. I go to the supermarket, and that's pretty much the extent of my outdoor activities these days. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do, which was nice.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. Listen, come in closer, listeners. You're listening to the HashTag show, episode 102. The Synagogue Jew. And what I did was, I've been wanting to do it for a while. I walked down Irvine Beach along the sand. It was freezing, but I was wrapped up well.
All your clothes off in the scud, naked.
Couldn't do the skinny dipping, but just walked right along the beach.
The wee dangler.
The wee fucking what's it? Just cuddled away, lost in the pubic hair. What was that called?
The wee sea snail.
You ever done that where you do a pee and your body's that shriveled up? I usually pull my foreskin back to get a good pee, so I get a good jet into the. And sometimes when it's that cold, when you put your foreskin back down, it catches like a clump of pubic hair. And two things happen. You go, I have got a wee cock, and also that's pretty safe. So then you have to open it back up, pull the pubes out. I'm actually thinking about trimming my pubes.
What is
they're getting a bit Rastafari. They're getting a bit long, man.
You're big 50-year-old pubes, man.
Big 50, it's like a lump of turf hanging between my legs, man.
Mate, you could stuff a cushion with it. You could sell
good down.
Ultrasonic cushions stuffed with mouse pubes.
What is it, a 10-tog? What is it they call that?
Yeah, well, different togs, mate. Different tog levels. You know, you
heavy tog down.
Probably want a 10. Oh, you want a 10 in the summer, nice light tog, we 7.5. Maybe push it up to a 15, 16 tog in the winter. You know, unless you're a fat boy, then I'm just a 10 tog all year round, mate. I'm just a generic.
Right now, I've got a 10 tog down in the pants.
Right, see at night time if you're hot and if you're warm in bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Surely the correct way to regulate your temperature is leg in or leg out.
Mine's is the feet out at the bottom of the bed.
Oh no, you're an animal. Can't do that, mate. I've got a cat.
You
But I
get
can
fear.
have one
Aye,
leg
cat.
out.
Oh, aye, cat. I used to do that with my wee cat. Jump up and fucking claw the toes and you'd shit yourself.
I volleyed him off the wall the other day, man, and it was by accident. But
Is
then
it Eric? Your cat's called, isn't it?
Eric, after Eric Cantona, and came up on the bed.
Cantona. Eric
Cantona.
Cantona.
There you go, Cantona.
See, getting you jokes.
So I'm lying on my left, like that, leg out, one leg out to regulate the temperature, and he's came up, went for the shin, and then quickly shin, ankle, foot in one movement. Went, oh yeah, fucker. So he's obviously been up like that because when I volleyed him, I took him right in the chest, man, like pow, just straight against the wall. I felt bad for like half a second. I went, no, he's got to learn, man.
Animals need to learn.
Exactly.
I mean, did you have it? It was like the wee sexy leg hanging out as if your duvet was a dress and your leg was like a sexy leg. Was it that kind of?
It was my leg.
I know, but when a man's alone.
Sometimes I genuinely worry about you. Genuinely worry about you. No, you're not. No, you're not.
So I'm usually quite cold at night.
In your bed, you're
quite
too warm.
cold.
What?
I'm usually cold. I wake up through the night. I get a nice wee plateau of comfort.
Right.
Then I become freezing.
Pee time.
Oh, I hate that, man. I hate that.
I'm not at that point yet. That's your age, mate. It's your prostate.
You think so?
Definitely. I can't hold your piss in.
No, it's not that I can't hold my piss in.
Have you had your finger up the arse yet? By the doctor?
No, by the doctor, but I've had it a few times. Strangers.
Yes, that'll be the next thing, mate. You need to go and get that prostate years checked.
I think when I was 40 odd, you get the MOT, the big fucking MOT thing. But I've also had it with the doctor when I had really bad food poisoning.
Doctor, I've got one hell of a cold, by the way. All right, Mr. Lee. If you just want to take your toilet.
How much do I need to have for you to stick your finger up arse? Or is that right? Well, I've got that. I'm riddled with it. So can you get busy with the Jersey?
You're right, doctor. You're a bit flustered. That last guy's he's got a problem with his prostate, so I had to take the old check. Oh, is that right? What's the problem with you, Mr. Lee? My prostate. Get it checked right now.
But I'm worse than the other
guy. I've got two of them.
You might need the 2 fingers, doctor.
Open me like you're opening a loaf of bread, doctor. Get it in there. Breathe in that air.
Doctor. Don't be scared to spit in it if it's a wee bit fucking dry, sir.
Would you like lube, Mr. Lee? Don't talk dirty to me, doctor. Give it to me.
Don't you worry, doctor. I've got a wee tub of poppers in my pocket.
Mate, can you imagine if somebody was getting a prostate exam and the doctor's like, I'll just put a wee bit of KY gel in it. No worries, doctor. Woo! Jesus. You're back, you're pushing yourself back in there. I'm fucking get in there, doctor.
For a minute there, doctor, I thought this surgery looked like Bennett's in the tune.
I tell you what, doctor, it's a shame what they done to the arches, by the way. Let's go.
That would be our ultimate noise at one minute. Just say it out there. All right, doctor, right? Yep. All right, prostate. Mm-hmm. And he's like, if you just don't mind going over there and get ready on the table and you just pull out a wee fucking bolt of poppers, he screw tap and he'd have it sit at the window ledge. Ready when you are, doctor, ready when you are.
It's even better if the doctor says to you, if you just go over there and if you could take off your trousers and just put yourself over there. I'll be with you in 1 second. And you just drop your jeans and you got a pair of black suspenders on. No, pair of suspenders. Pair of black sussies. You pair of frilly knickers. Two arrows drawn in your arse cheeks pointing in. Hey, doctor, that's again.
If you just like to go there and get ready, take all your gear off and then you put all the sexy stuff on. You're just lying near the bed with the poppers on the fucking windowsill. Doctor?
Doctor looks up and there's a red light and a disco ball going. I must tell you, I'm not comfortable. I wasn't comfortable my first time either, doctor. Look, you don't need to get after me, right?
This is our junior doctor, Ryan McPherson. Is it okay? Oh my God! It's all right, boys. The more the merrier. Come on.
The size of the big sausage fingers on you, Ryan. Fuck me. I'll need a double dun to that one, son.
Where are you two going first?
You want to try something different, right? Put both your hands together, right? And then enter the steeple. Look out, here comes the people.
I call this a reverse clap, doctor. You put your two hands up and then open your hands.
Oh, Jesus God.
Episode 102 for everybody of the hashtag show. We like to keep you amused on our birthday episode.
Would you like some questions from the heroes?
Well, first, before we get into questions for the heroes, I'd like to say that I've now listened to episode 101 twice, right? And as you know, after that episode, I came out stressed out after that episode.
You were so
why?
That's why I was amazed. For heroes that don't know, after we recorded 101, when we stopped recording, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And then after it, the whole day, you were so stressed out. That's why I was amazed when you messaged going, I really enjoyed that. I was like, it nearly killed you.
It was mad because I came off. I wasn't angry per se, but that's how I felt. It was like I was a bit perplexed because there was just too many questions, too many options. That every time, there was hundreds of there was loads of just fucking question marks left, and I came away at the end of it. Because then you were started rattling off questions, and it was just like adding even more to this fucking pile of.
It's too much.
This box of lies.
Box of lies.
And so I've listened to it. So when you posted it up, I eagerly listened to it to see what it was. It was like annoying me about the episode, and I was fucking pissing myself. So much so I've listened to it twice, and I would be as bold as to say that's up there at least in the top 5 episodes.
Really?
Aye, it's fucking gold.
It was a good episode, and thanks to everybody who listened, and also thanks to everybody who has recently joined the Patreon, became a hero, and everybody who enjoyed the Celebrity Square Go fight that went out over the weekend as well. So thanks to everybody who got in touch about that. But 101 was good. It was quite interesting to see the things that people would put in it, and then after it as well. I don't know about you, but I spent the whole day thinking other stuff that I would put in it as well.
No, I never. I struggled.
Do you know what happened to me? See, when I was
the suggestions were good.
I screamed in the car later on that day. I was like, "You're getting in the car," and see when you're at when you're driving and there's like a set of traffic lights, and people who press the traffic lights but then cross before the traffic light.
You still got to wait for the traffic lights.
And then you still got to wait. So they're already crossing away, and you've still got to sit there and wait. I'm like, "You're getting." Get in the boot, you cunt. Aye.
I don't. This is the thing, and it annoyed me or not. I wish I had more to put into Room 101, but some of the things, all the brilliant suggestions were either was enough for me to go, I get it in, or no. And I thought it was quite balanced because some things you were going get in, some things I was saying no, stay out, and vice versa.
For the non-heroes amongst you, and you should all be becoming heroes now, because the content is sensational. But
it's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years. What was I going to say there? One of the things that I put into Room 101 was people who use donuts as burger buns, and I sent you that picture. So did you see what I was meaning? Stuff like disgusting. Disgusting.
It's not right. It's not right.
Right, mate.
And another standout one was the box of lies. The fucking, I think it was Steve Harry Wilson that mentioned it.
The fajita kit, the meal kit.
Fajita kit boxes when it's a fucking box of lies because there's no enough. There's everything. There's no. It's no real because isn't it? You have to still buy the other shit.
I know.
So just buy fajitas and your own fucking toppings and fling that box to fuck.
What's going to happen is, see when you have a proper mental breakdown, you're going to be like in Asda in your pants screaming, "This is box
clutching
of lies."
6 boxes of these are boxes of lies.
You get a suit made out of fucking tortillas all stuck together with fucking salsa.
I've already got one.
They're lying to you. They're lying. It's not in the box. They're lying. Right, here's something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, yes.
Amputees.
Right.
Stick with me now. Do you remember when you were young and you would see an amputee and they would always have either it was usually an arm that was missing, right? So it would be like that, and they would tuck that into their pocket.
So it just looked as if they had their hand in their pocket?
Right, so just look at their hands in their pocket, they didn't have an arm, right? What I'm trying to get to the point is, when was the shift from hiding your stump to showing it off with pride.
Aye, because it's just cool now. Everybody's cool with it.
Because now it's like, for example, I knew a guy who had a false leg, right? And my whole life as a child growing up, I knew he had a false leg, but I never ever got to see the false leg. Whereas now, people have got that kind of bionic,
Aye, robot
kinda-
legs. I was just showing them off.
right? So I'm wondering when that shift happened.
I think I know.
Okay,
I think it's as simple as
you guys say Forrest Gump,
no. Well, you know,
Lieutenant Dan, you
that may
got
have been
legs.
a contributing factor.
You got legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Run, Forrest, run. I think with the likes of things like the Paralympics and stuff like that, and just everybody's attitude, feel like silly things like from making pavements wheelchair accessible, making supermarkets wheelchair accessible. We've never really had these kind of thoughts until maybe like the 90s and stuff. So like shopping centres, you know, because very much so I think 70s and back, disabilities were almost shunned. You know, like keep them lock them in a room, don't let them out the house. You can't do that. Where I think
No, an
really,
amputee.
I think it was almost. I think people who were an amputee was almost led to think they should be ashamed of it. Where now, I think they don't wear it like a badge, obviously, but it's something that's part of them, and the personal journeys that they have hasn't been as hard as, say, somebody growing up in the 60s or 70s where they get heavy ripped. You know, I've got a mate who's got one arm. He's got a prosthetic arm. His nickname's fucking Bandit. Fucking bizarrely. Obviously, it's going to be in it.
Obviously.
Get one arm. And he would just get mad with it at raves and Lee's arm. And it would turn up at after parties and DJs for all the world would love it. Aye, all sorts. Folk doing lines off it, fucking whatever. And his arm was just like infamous, you know, like, and I'd get pictures of it where, like, and I go like make the fingers into like that and holding it up and picking my nose with it and all that. And that's how I got to know him, because people would like at gigs that get pictures with you, he would just give you his arm.
Brilliant.
You'd be like, holy fuck. So, and I just think with that, it's not a big deal now. But I also think there's folk that are freaked out with it and try to pretend it's not a big deal and be all cool with it when I know secretly inside they're dying because it's still no suit their comfort zone. You know what I mean? Some guy with like a fucking wee flood arm or no arm or one leg or whatever was talking to me, I'm just going to be like, you all right, mate?
I think my point is that. I think my point is it's because I met a guy and he had one of the pole leg, the scaffy pole legs, right? The fucking robot legs. And I knew the way he was talking, he was desperate for me to ask what happened to his leg. No, I never done it.
Vietnam,
right? Because I'm like, I would never say to him, but I'm going, I know that whatever's happened has cost you to lose your leg, and you now feel as though this is the most exciting thing about you. And I'm like, you're just a guy. We're just having banter here. We're just talking. So I don't need to know. I don't need you to go into the whole.
What you felt there was an atmosphere. The elephant in the room was he was expecting you to say what happened to your legs.
He was wanting me to ask.
How do you know he was wanting you to ask? So obviously he's chuffed with the story then.
No, I don't even think. I think it was like he just wanted to go. I'm the guy with one leg, and you know,
a fucking cool sharp bit it off.
And I'm like, that doesn't make you cool because you got one leg. Do you know
certainly,
what I mean?
Certainly gives you advantage of getting into gigs and that and fronts of queues and shit. Here's the thing: if you've only got one leg, you can't really go in the Olympics or that, can you? Because I'm sure your bionic leg would be faster than your normal leg.
No, that's the problem. The guys who have only got there's guys with no legs. They would rather have no. Look at fucking Pistorius.
That's what I'm saying.
The Blade Runner,
the wife beater killer. He's
the killer.
He made it cool until he fucking killed his wife.
Well, he never made it cool. But I think he was. He
did when he was all the pictures of him fucking turbo running with the robo legs. That was really the first time I was kind of aware.
Did at any point watching that, did you go, fuck me, I wish I had no legs and blades for feet?
No, but I thought that's cool as fuck. I thought that is cool as fuck. What else would he be doing? He'd be on a skateboard bumming for change.
Why? Just because he's not getting any feet?
Well, because they'd find life hard. And
how would he find life hard? just get prosthetic legs and go about your business.
2 prosthetic legs. I don't think you have 2 prosthetic legs, can you? You need a
Of
bottle
course you
fix for
can.
that.
You need. Shut
But
up.
you'd be like a fool. You'd be like,
No, he walk. He walk normally when he's not got the blades. He's just got normal prosthetic feet.
there's got to be a limp. There was a guy back in the rave days who was, I think he was a manager, and he walked as if he had a stone in his shoe, and I think it's because he had a prosthetic leg. It was like a mad kind of fucking either
Think
that or
how-
a hip ping or something.
Think how much it's changed as well from being like, in the old days when it just to being like a fucking just a shoe with a pole in it.
Aye, or like a big heel on it or whatever.
Aye, to now where it's like they've got ones with like the hands actually move and stuff.
But these things
mad.
cost a fortune. The guy I was telling you about, the prosthetic arm, Fraser, he actually tried to do a Kickstarter to get money to get one of the big robo-arms, and he's not actually achieved his goal. He's trying for a couple of years because it's crazy money. No, it's like,
What if that thing just malfunctioned and fucking just went for you, man?
well, that's
Right,
you would try a wank, wouldn't you?
That's what I was just going to say. Let's just ask the question.
Of course, you're straight up.
But what if you fucking crushed it? What if your robo hand just started going fucking?
But that's
like
the
a tube of
danger wank for you.
toothpaste?
That's the risk you need to take.
Is that
That's
the
the one
ultimate
you're on
danger
edge.
wank?
I could get caught, or I could get my wally crushed with fucking the big bionic horn.
Having a wank with your bionic hand at the top of the landing. That's the
Fucking
ultimate danger wank.
smashing into it until your wee purple head just fucking explodes. But listen, that's the danger wank about it. And also, I wonder if you could have.
I don't think you'd take a chance. What would
Yeah,
you have? Would you have like a woman's? Would you have a woman's?
You could have a certain settings, woman's horn,
massaging.
Just like
you'd set it
like get a wee Thai woman's horn, put it in, or you can just have like a big bagpipe woman's horn. All different kind of wank horns. Who's wanking tonight? Oh, I'm just going to try.
Imagine you opening up the cover. There's just a whole line of like exotic hands, different nails.
Right.
one wee tiny hand in the collar. What's that? That's not what it looks like.
I'm not a pedo, right? It's a midget's horn.
It's just a wee horn.
Oh, what one? You done all the horns? Aye, there's only one I've not done.
Mine. my left horn.
The ghost horn. The spirit wank.
What I do is I take the horn off. And then I just put the bar.
I just ghost wank it.
I put the electric bar next to my balls, and I charge 50,000 volts through my arsehole. And then I fucking shoot it all out of the horn, and I pick one of the horns. That's what I do. That's the game. I've said this before, I would want attachments. Like I'd want a whisk,
a
gun, a blade, a big Hulk, a big Hulk horn. Aye, Wolverine hand. That's what I'd want. I'd also rather lose legs than hands. I've said that before as well.
Aye, because you need hands to hold a brand new baby. And you need hands to show how much you care. But the hands you need the most,
oh my goodness,
are the ones that make you toast. Okay. They're the hands that you need the most. Thank you. Try the view. It's incredible. Where are you from? It's my hometown. Yeah. Hands touching people in their sensitive places, in lots of strange places. I said hands touching things they ain't supposed to. That's the thrill of the chase. Hey, you can get the jail in certain states, but the rush is something else.
Is this you singing old show tunes?
Just once, just all.
That would be a good sketch. Inappropriate show tunes. Show tunes. Say what you like about the Saudis. They know how to treat women. They can't drive, walk, or fly.
See these hands have hurt my wife on many occasions. Hands that have slapped them, and one's held a knife on many occasions. Definitely, man. That's a winner, isn't it?
Oh,
old people annoy me. Yes, they do. Oh, people annoy me.
Imagine that, like, just a dinner suit like Bublé, full band, and then just really horrific songs. If you are a pensioner, you should be in the ground. No need to live, no need to be sad, no need to frown, because you're an old dying pensioner. Get in the fucking ground.
Fuck you.
Mate, that would be amazing to do. Maybe we were too harsh on Hitler. Maybe he
Christmas
had some
album.
ideas. I just like the
Take your
idea that I
tree
just
down before I burn your fucking house down, baby.
oh baby, just fling that at the end. You're fine.
It's getting cold outside. That's because I locked the fucking door, you psycho bitch.
I'd rather my son was gay than a vegan. Oh, just wholesome banter, you know.
I don't want you having sex, but please don't make me a granddad. That's one for my fault.
That's the next thing for you. You could be a granddad quite soon.
Imagine that'd be a horror movie, wouldn't it?
Maybe 10 years.
Well, me and you talked about it. We're looking forward when the kids are obviously.
But first step is to get them out of the house.
Aye, settle down, found somebody, and want to start a family. See, when they start bringing the Waynes back to us, you're going to have a great time, because then you give them some fun, then give them back. But also, go and visit their house, pissing on all the toilet seats, laying messes, flinging, just laying a fucking mess, and then walking out and leaving it to tidy it up.
That must be one of the joys of being a parent. Revenge. When your child is revenge, being able to go in their house and like eat all their food, leave all that, like use every dish, just fuck the place up.
Leave the fridge door open, just
fart everywhere,
clays all about the room,
the house out,
aye,
fuck up all the cushions on the sofa, wreck the place, and then go right, see you later.
Aye, just invite her in for Christmas dinner. What I'm going to do is basically just sit on my phone all day, get up, eat everything, leave the fridge door open, moan about everything, hype their Waynes up, and then just fucking leave. Actually get them to run me up the road.
Because you're steaming?
Because I'm steaming. Yeah, there's a thing. Listen, I get caught out a bad one.
Oh, no.
So he's doing his driving lessons, right?
Right. That's the boy.
He's enjoying them. And I'm looking into getting him insured for our motor, so as we can
No in the milk float. No in the milk float.
No in the milk float. Maria's got a wee mini, so we'll get him on that. Right? And I was like, think about this is brilliant driving lessons for you. And then I was like, we can go and visit our pals, get a wee drink, and you can drive us up the road. And he's like, you can't do that. And I went, you fucking cunt, because you're the driver. He went, no, you can't be drunk in the front of a car while I'm learning. And it was, the carpet was pulled from under my legs.
Aye, but as soon as he passes his test.
I know, but I was thinking about, the new one is provisional. I thought you could get away with that.
No,
you need to be sober. So 2 folk need to be sober on the front.
Well, no, you need to be sober because he's no passed his test.
Exactly.
But also, mate,
you could be steaming.
You live in the country, mate. Rules don't apply. It's Highland rules there.
Aye, I'm talking about driving about a tractor.
Aye, but as long as he's blood relation, you can be pissed. It doesn't matter. If you're fucking country rules, man.
True enough.
But as soon as he's passed his test, he's doing taxis back for the hashtag lives.
Aye. But do you know what as well? But he's a wee wido. He would charge you.
He better be charging fuck all.
He would. He'd be trying to hit you. Well, I'll do it for a tenner or some shit like that. I know for a fact.
Man. Get off
he's
your
a money maker.
Get off your da. It's fine.
I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out. Get the meter running.
Run your Uncle Scott back to Edinburgh. Get a tenner off your da.
We'll get a tenner for that.
Fucking dick.
Aye. Then just go, I don't know, Uncle Scott, I don't know how we get home. Just slam the door.
That's not my fucking problem. You dick.
You go see you can find your own way back.
That's for all the times you should leave. Aye. Remember all the times you left your PlayStation in the studio? Fucking find your email back. Door shut.
That's it. Lesson learned.
Because see, I'm detached from Maria. Do you know what I mean? Our relationship's a social relationship. So I can be that heavy hand.
You can be a tough guy.
That you can't be. Because at night time in bed you'll be like, Maloka, you think you're less hard. You're too hard on the boy, Maloka. When you shot at him in the shower, he cupped his balls. You're too hard on him, Maloka. Whereas I can be like, yeah, you're fucking. And then she can say, Maloka, your Uncle Scott, he too tough. And you'll be like, I know, man, he's a fucking bastard. And I'll do Maria, don't worry. You're like, cheers, mate, yeah. Keep it up, Gibbo, keep it up, Gibbo. This is his phone number, right? Send him hundreds of abuse, man, for fucking mad numbers.
But his phone number Bog was.
Look at your head. The wee cogs are falling going like, here, I could get these down with my pals and get me noise them up, man. This is brilliant. Get any WhatsApps today, you wee dick? Some guy says he's going to fucking kill me. What's going on?
See, like, it's still at the age where my humour, Disney, are both different humours. Like, if actually anybody, like, for instance, your WhatsApp group, anybody out with our wee circle was to see any of the smut that's in that, particularly Mr. Ross's Spider-Man thing,
I know.
they would just go, fuck me, what you boys all about?
But I do think, like, the youth of today, I don't think they've got that dark. I don't think they've got the darkness that our sense of humour is. They don't have, they can't go to that point. Like, I used to always love, and I've said this before, man, see, like, in green rooms, or if you were touring with, like, a friend of yours, like another comic, we would always say stuff to each other in green rooms that was, like, you would never say it on stage, or you'd get shot, like you'd been in jail, because we know it's a joke. So we say stuff to see how far we can.
Oh, yeah.
I always remember, I did a gig once, one of the very first times I met Tom Stade, and we were driving back, and I twice on 2 occasions, I actually thought I was going to go off the road. I've never laughed so much in my life. And me and Tom were just going back and forward, creating this. We thought we were going to pitch the ultimate sitcom to the BBC, right? That was really offensive. And we just kept going back and forward to each other. And, mate, I was honestly, even now I think about it, I was in tears.
I didn't like even made even more ridiculous fucking things that's also going to offend people.
Even more horrific stuff, but it was funny. Do you mean? And we found it funny. But you
were high, you're young and love.
Young, do you know what I mean? And it didn't feel weird or anything, you know. And I was nervous, but
so new but exciting.
It was great, man. I'll never ever forget that car journey ever. I don't think I've ever laughed as much in my life as I did that night. And just
where was the car journey? Where was it from to?
I think it was just into England, maybe somewhere like Newcastle or round about that, because it wasn't far, so it was only like 3 hours home or something like that. But
and you wished you could drive all night.
Well, there was another guy in the car, right, who just couldn't keep up. He just couldn't keep up, man, and he kept saying like, "Oh, that's a bit much." So we actually went out our way and dropped him off first, so we could just have the 2 hours in the motor and just absolutely gun it.
Just go for it.
It was great. I'll tell you after what it was about. It was funny as fuck.
Well, it must be that then if we can't even say it in this show. But this is a council episode after all, you know.
How, and be honest with me, I just want your honest response.
I'm gay.
How have you felt about the release of the PS5?
I put a post on my fucking Facebook, King. Just cunts getting all excited about it. And you're in your 40s, mate. You're no 13. But there's a wee bit of jealousy in me because I wish I had the time to play games. I've not really had a chance, other than like the mid to late 90s was the last time I was heavy video gaming.
I'm not
touched now.
I've never been a big gamer, you know. So I've never really got excited by it. But I imagine if you are like if you, I've got a mate who's like plays it online and shit like his own channel and shit and does it. I mean, imagine if you're that and you're into it and it's part of your life, you know, then it's a big thing. Like there are people who, like we do this podcast, they do the equivalent with gaming. You know, they'll play online for like, and they'll broadcast.
There's big money to be made as well on that kind of side of things.
Crazy money. You know, it's mad
here's
money.
the thing: I get the creative side of things, and the reason probably why I don't play computer games per se, you know, it's because I use my time creatively playing with different computers that make music. You know what I mean? That's my outlet. And I still see that as a toy. That's a computer game to me, making music. So if I play video games, there's a bit of me that feels guilty that I'm wasting time.
Mate, no,
and
I'm
not really making anything.
Is that why your album was called Computer Games?
Well, it is on a deeper level.
Mate, mind blown, man.
That's all I've ever done for a wee guy, you know.
My computer games is the music, mate. The thing that's getting me about the PS5 is everyone going like, it's sold out, I can't get it anywhere. There's people selling it for £10 million on eBay. There's children will not be able to get this at Christmas. It is the biggest thing. The PS5 and the Xbox are the two biggest things in the world, right?
You're going to get one.
Do you honestly believe they're sold out? No, they are sold out in the sense of Sony are not selling them. Mate, there's a fucking warehouse in China with 1 million of them waiting
Yep.
for the guy Sony to go, I said him that. And then that's it, they're gone. They'll,
Yep.
they'll all go at like middle of December or a week before Christmas. All of a sudden, there'll be 50 million available and they'll all fly out the door. People who are
Everybody's going to get one at one, and it's that
people who are buying them now is insane. Who are
the
paying
false
like
panic of
£1,000.
I might not get one, so I'm going to buy one for £800, £1,000 on eBay.
It's
If
stuff
if you've got that amount of money to throw away, you're a fucking asshole.
Mate, that's the point. It's amazing me everything that's going on now, still with COVID and lockdown, and people losing their jobs. That there are people out there who are like, I'll just go and spend £1,500 on a PlayStation. You're like, what?
It's crazy.
Where does the divide between
the haves and the have-nots,
or just the bottom and the middle is going to be so vast after COVID? It's unreal, man.
Just adding to what you said there, I seen somebody put a post on. Now it triggered me, and
Oh.
let me tell you what the post was.
Jeez.
It was a lassie who basically saying, "Listen, before you go ahead and put up your Christmas presents, spare a wee thought for the folk who can't afford any." Right?
That's me.
No, I get that.
Yep.
But that was definitely, she posted that as a pure fucking clickbait. She just wanted the likes and the love hearts. Because she just basically copied some fucking reality TV stars tweet and posted it as her own. And I just thought, you're just posting that for fucking likes.
She's selling wine glasses and glitter.
Glittered wine. She started her own business doing like fucking, mental health wine glasses or whatever the buzzword illness is. It's okay to be not okay wine glasses.
I feel I feel bad because we're gonna have a shit Christmas in the sense of I'm not going to have anywhere near the money I've spent in previous years to buy presents, right? And there is a bit of me that feels really bad about that, but there's also a part of me that's like, why am I feeling bad that I can't buy things for my missus or for my nieces? Why is that? Why is that weight on top of me? And is it just because come Christmas, regardless of your financial setting, you are expected to go over the top? Like you're expected to put $2,000 on a credit card. You know what? Fuck it, I'll pay it off. Like, why is it that we are expected to go so crazy at Christmas? Now, even this year, people will spend fortunes and go mad and get the wins what they want, and you can do that. But I just mean, why is it that we feel so pressured to go crazy at Christmas time?
It's just false. I mean,
it's false.
I've never really enjoyed Christmas. Like I've said before, it's a depressing time of the year for me. I don't know why. And I actually don't enjoy Christmas. And I think everybody should rein it the fuck in with presents that they buy each other and themselves. I think if you want to get something, get them a wee minding. I mean, I don't even do the cards thing. The cards thing depresses me. And even the thought of writing, and this is weird because why should I be depressed about it? The thought of writing somebody a Christmas card depresses me. The thought of getting Christmas cards through the door depresses me. And I don't know why it is, but it's always fucking depressed me.
I mean, when you get a Christmas card, it's pressure because then you're like, no, I need to send them a Christmas card.
Well, the majority of people know they don't get one for me over the years.
That's fine.
But they still send me a card when I would rather than never. But and I don't, and I've even had like conversations with mates and went, I appreciate it, but I'd rather you never done it. And they're like, well, that's just what I do. So fair enough, that's what you do. But what I do is I don't send cards. So don't be offended when you don't get it.
Nobody should be sending cards because, Corretta's trying to save the planet, for God's sake.
Oh, don't get me started on that, But Italy's got a good vibe because they don't do cards. So it was fortunate I met Maria.
You researched that before you got together, didn't you? I want an Italian bird. Is it for the food, man? Because they're sexy and that. No, they don't send Christmas cards. That's what I'm after.
I suppose
it's a stressful time of the year, and it's only going to get worse because we are just in 10 days left in November or whatever it is. So already now, the television is swamped with Christmas ads. Already now, even for somebody who doesn't have kids, already I've got nieces, I am seeing the pressure of get this for your kids, get that for your kids. So I can't even imagine what that must be like. I can't imagine what it must be like to have young kids now because they will not understand what COVID's meaning. They won't grasp it.
They don't get it. And I mean, also as well, which I think is unfair when But then again, it's how other people. Even if you're, I mean, me and Maria are quite realistic and strict when it comes to, like, we don't spoil our kids at Christmas, right? No, because we're tight asses. We realise that it's
mate.
a fucking false.
Yes, mate.
You know, you can shower them with everything they ever wanted. Where does that set them up for later life? Thinking they're always going to get everything they ever wanted. I don't like it when other kids at school have got fucking everything.
Aye.
And then your wains are going, how are they getting all that? And I don't even fucking get off it. And you try to go, well, it's because your mom and dads are fucking idiots. But your kids think you're the fucking idiot for not getting them everything they never wanted.
Like,
There isn't a win-win.
I went to school where I get, like, I've said for years, man, like, now when I look back, I never realised just how fucking much my mother went without to give me and my brother. And it's not like we
It's
had
not
a
until
lot.
you're older you realise all
No,
these things, isn't
not
it?
at all. Because I had a mate who had everything. Like, you know, the big thing for me was I always remember Timberland boots. See, when everybody started wearing Timberland boots, I was like, Mum, please. She went, they're £120. And I'm like, I don't know what £120 means. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, right, okay, is that yes or no?
Just get
So
them.
absolutely not. So you end up getting a pair of caterpillars, right? So you feel like a dick. You feel like a dick, right? But you're not. I'm not getting bullied in school because I'm one of the big. I wasn't getting bullied, right?
You're a
And I was like, here, give me the Timbies, what the size 5. I'll squeeze these 12s in. Wasn't happening, but I couldn't imagine what that must have been like for somebody who was like getting bullied and struggling through it. And the other thing was, now because you're older and you look back, the boy who I was at school with, who had everything, you know, like fucking, I don't know, all the jackets and everything you want, right? Designer, all the trackies, all the time. I'm going, that's all going on the catalogue. That's all going on higher purchase. His mom's probably going to be paying that off when he's 60.
And also look at this. My thing with that is for the kid that always get everything. Their mom and dads are only going to be able to get them everything all their life. So when they get into adulthood and they're flying solo, all of a sudden they've get from getting everything to getting nothing, and no having the money to get what they're accustomed to. That's the big thing. But that's the thing that I always think. You know, if you're spoiling a kid, and you're thinking, I'm getting away and everything I never had. I never had Christmas. I didn't get everything I want.
But you know, think that
then when they go on to be an adult, where does that sit? You know, where is there? Is it? It's not even a moral compass, isn't it? It's just like mentally, where does that set them up?
Do you know? I also think people who do that, I just want my Waynes to have a life that I never had. You're like, are you a Victorian child? Like, were you doing a mine? What the fuck are you talking about? Sometimes my brother does that. He goes, I just want my Waynes to go on. What life did you think you had growing up? You'll never understand the life I had. What? I was in the house with you. You fucking thing.
When I was younger, Christmas was that you know, you get something for your birthday, and it was maybe like if you done well, you get a pair of sannies or something, right? That was your birthday. Christmas, you'd be lucky like if you get something that was like £100. That was the kind of fucking big like a bike or something like that. You know what I mean? And that was like mind blowing. But all through the year, you get fuck all.
Like, did you give your parents a list, like a Christmas list?
No, really. You knew basically, and at my Christmases growing up, it was like, what's the one thing you would like?
Right. Well, I would get
if that was like a bike or something.
Aye. So I would give you a list, like a Christmas list, right? But the thing that makes me
you post that to Santa.
Aye, but it goes to your mom, right? But the thing is, see on that list, there could be something there for a £5, and there could be something there for £100. See, see if you got the thing at a £5, you were still buzzing because it was on your list.
You got something you
and
wanted.
If you didn't get anything else, you're like, oh, I've got. Do you know what I mean? You got that because it was in our heads going, write a list. No, you're not getting everything off the list.
Try and get one or two things off it, and you're doing
well. Do his best, you know, and try and get what you can. You'd be like, oh, that's great. So you would write a list out, and you'd be like, as long as you get something off it, you didn't give a fuck. Whereas now it's like I feel as if kids are like sending their parents Amazon links, and the list is, I want everything off that fucking list. You fucking cunt. Do you know what I mean? And it's just an excuse it either feels like an excuse for children to be little fucking cunts towards their parents and no understand what's going on, or it's an excuse for arsehole parents to go on social media and go, look what we bought our little princess and our little king, we've spoiled them again, what are we like? I do think the now, everything that's happened in the world with COVID, children And when I'm saying children, I mean teenagers, right? I mean
Mm.
for like 13, 14
When
upwards.
they're old enough to want.
They should have a better understanding of, like, honestly, mate. See, I left the house when I was young, right? No, for any bad reason. I called my mum's bluff one day. She's like, "I want you to start paying rent. I'm not paying rent in my own house. I'm moving out." She's like, "Good luck with that." And then it just so happens a boy I knew was looking for a flat. I went, "Fucking brilliant! I'm moving with you." And she was like, "Oh fuck, right, okay, fair enough." But I do wish I had been sat down, whether it been by a teacher in school or by my mum, and went, "Right, this is what happens. See this house you live in? We pay a thing called council tax. Here's what council tax is. See your gas? Yeah, here's your gas and your lecky. No, this is on
Hey,
top of
if
your
they sat you
mortgage."
down and tell you that when you're a teenager, you would not have listened. You're
Of
not
course you
interested
would.
in that shit.
Of course you would not have, mate. Of course you wouldn't. But see, 3 or 4 years later, that would be in your head, and you go, "Wait a minute here, I remember this. Now I'm going to go and get rent." Going, right, how much can I afford my rent? I can afford £400 back when you were 20-year-old, right? And then you go, right, brilliant. You find a house, £400, you move in, you be like, "There's your council tax." Oh, wait a minute, I've not got the money. Do you mean just actually giving people life skill or understanding? Because I do think
But
there are a lot of children who understand what's going on.
well, that's what I'm saying. You can't blame the kids if they've been brought up getting
Aye, I
spoiled and
kid.
everything
Aye, I
ever
kid.
wanted,
Blame the
because
kids.
that's all they ever know. Which means when they get to reality in real life, it's going to hit them like a fucking brick wall. I mean, I think it made me laugh. You know, it made me laugh.
Made me chuckle.
My boy, when he was, I can't remember, we were talking about motors and all that, and he was like slagging fucking. He's like, we were like, once you pass your test, you can drive your motors, your mum's Mini. I'm no driving that. I'm going to get like a fucking Land Rover Discovery or something.
I remember you
I went,
telling me
mate,
that.
aye. Fucking right. I'm not driving about in that fucking Mini. So how much do you think a Land Rover Discovery is? Don't know. And I was like, dude, they're about fucking 50 grand. Where the fuck you getting money for one of them? And you could see the fucking penny dropping like, wait a fucking minute. How am I getting one of them? Because I
I
know my
always
fare's
remember
no
you saying
fucking
that.
buying it.
Your boy saying to you, "I'm going to get a Range Rover and I'm going to get a big flat up Glasgow." You're like,
Aye.
aye.
Fuck, aye, good luck.
Who's
You've not
paying
got
for
a
that?
fucking job, you moron.
Who's doing that? £60 a week, What are you talking about?
Can't-
Walking in, no one has that, but he'll walk into the fucking Range Rover, got like, "Here, I like one of them. Who is it? What's your name? Lee. My dad's Malacca ultrasonic." No way, mate. Based the place on his fucking yours for free, man. There's the keys. That'll be your win.
I elbow
Landed in
take
his
the motor
feet.
off him.
Aye.
That's technically that's mine, you man. But I mean, this is his big one. The new is can't wait till he here. Get my own pad. Fucking fucking no rules. Do what I want.
But that's
Nah,
what
mate,
happens
you've
when
not
you're
got a
young.
fucking clue.
No, I do worry like kids the new. I imagine Wednesday now it must be. There's no way that they're prepared to live on their own. No way.
Well, apparently, I used to laugh at Italy because their young adults through into being men, women. The average age of staying with your parents was like late 30s.
That's mad, isn't it?
And I like, this is like fucking going back now like 20 odd years. I used to fucking laugh my head off at that, right? Going like, you fucking think you should be looking at getting a place yourself and all that. But it's genuinely because they couldn't afford to move out to get on the ladder.
I mean, I don't know who's going to be able to afford to move out nowadays as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of going back to that here in the UK, but obviously like COVID and stuff like that. People are really, as much as maybe your fucking mom, your dad's doing your boxing, you can't afford to move it.
No, but the other problem is, it's like I was looking at flats the other day, houses and flats, and I'm going, I'm kind of lucky. Like where I would want to be is I want to be in a village. I want to be in the arsehole of nowhere, right? But I'm going to see when you think back to when you're being young, you want to be in the city. You want to be in the cool bit. If you're in Glasgow, you want to be in the west end of the south side. Do you mean? So you're going to be paying stupid money for rent to be in an absolute shithole. Whereas that's almost.
Well, you fell into that when you moved to Edinburgh, that Vibey Street. Did you know you were paying through the nose for it or something? You on some Vibey Street in Edinburgh?
Still in it, mate. Still in the vibe.
You're fucked in, ain't you?
Oh, mate, I'm ball deep, man. Telling you.
You could get a wee 2-man tent, you and the bird, Wi-Fi dongle. You'd be sorted.
Don't get me started on the cost of living in this city. I was looking at a thing the other day. Do you know for the third year running, Edinburgh is more expensive to live in than London?
No fucking way. I don't believe that.
It is, mate.
How's that even possible?
But here's the thing. You've been to London, right? So you know that London is not what people think it is. People think you go to London, you're getting charged £20 a pint, £100. It isn't. If you go to the tourist bits, yes. But if you go to the other bits, it isn't. Even if you go to like Soho, I love Soho. Everything in Soho is cheap as fuck. Because it's all the old restaurants. Aye, it's all cheap as fuck. It's more expensive to eat out in Edinburgh than it is to eat out in London. Far more expensive. Anyway, so the thing I was looking at, Edinburgh's more expensive than London, and LA is less expensive than London, which blew my mind. I thought LA would be more expensive than London. The
last time I was in LA, I don't want to fucking be at a big world traveller part, but the last time I was in LA, it was one of the best trips I've ever had in America. And one of the main reasons for that, Scott, was because it was so cheap.
Cheap, aye.
Even it's getting about in Ubers, I couldn't believe how fucking mental dirt cheap it was.
I know.
I'm talking heavy Uber rides, and then even going out for meals. I remember being and it was in Beverly Hills, and I thought to myself, "Got to have to swallow this one, big stuff."
Yeah.
Take the missus out for a restaurant meal in Beverly Hills. Went to this mega Italian place, and it was cheaper than we would pay for a meal in Glasgow.
Right. Do you know
that was fucking prosecco'd up and everything?
Does that not make you angry? Because it makes me angry.
Well, on that day, it was a sigh of relief because I thought I was going to be like fucking £300 down.
I know, but what I mean is like when you go here, like we used to go for brunch in a place.
Oh, brunch, it was just away, charge double.
I know, but it was just all right. And you would come away for brunch just doing £60. And I'm like, how have I just done £60 for a fucking eggs Benedict and a coffee? How is that? Can that happen?
That just popped into my head. Mind me, you and Gary went for a fucking hashtag meeting up someplace, some vibey fucking cafe in Glasgow somewhere.
Aye, that place Gary took us.
Gary took us, and all we had was like a fucking cup of fucking tea and a bit of bread, and it was mental though.
Aye.
And I was going, how the fuck can anybody afford to do this every fucking day?
What is that? What is that called? That place? Because that's one of the places.
Wanky doodah place.
Fuckstain Cafe. Because that's one of the places where it's like, it's as if they've hired a professional photographer to do their Instagram, and everybody's like, "Oh, you have to go to this place, yeah." And then you turn up, and it's like, what's the breakfast? Because the menu's in Latin, so I don't understand. I don't speak Latin. I just speak Latin, non-Latin. And you can have fried oats and soya milk. Mate, did you just do a fry up? No. Because remember,
I think you'll find one of those somewhere else.
Because I get eggs Benedict, but it wasn't eggs Benedict. It was like the sauce wasn't the sauce, and then it was like, and then like you said when we came to pay, we were going, have I just bought shares in this place? What the fuck?
I know. And you're sitting in fucking school chairs or something.
Aye, because it's vibey, mate. It's vibey. I remember seeing the second time I went to America was when, like, I don't know what had happened, but the American economy was on its arse. So you were getting, the very first time I changed money, I get $2.15 to the pound, and I couldn't believe it. And then when I went,
just in a rich man's world,
and I went, because again, you're like, mate, much you taking a lot, I'm taking this much. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to take some early. And then we went with $10,000 each for a month, and mate, we lived like kings, man. Kings, like fucking make it rain, cunts, like kings, man. But again, you were going out there, and even without the exchange rate, everything is just so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Like, remember you used to go abroad, you'd be like, how much is a can of Coke? €3.
You do tally how much?
No way, man, that's 60p for a can of Coke.
I still do that, man. I tell you, check this out. When I was just right, I was touring, man. I was in America, right, and it was great. No, but it was great. It was like what you said. It was like $2 whatever to the pound. So straight away, you're fucking thinking your quid's in, right?
But your wages will be shite.
Right? No, listen, this. And then we were going to that Macy's Mall or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
The guy gave us a scratch card.
No way.
We walked in. I fucking scratched it. Everything in the mall was 50% discount.
No way.
I don't really win anything, right? And I went, and I was like, nah, that's bullshit. Take it to the guy. I went, yep, everything today and tomorrow, you're going to get 50% off everything.
Oh, so my God.
The first day, it was like, I think it was like, we went there late. It was like an hour or 30 minutes before it shut. And I just remember running around this mall going, right, I'm coming back tomorrow with dough. I'm going to fucking buy that. I'm buying that.
Even you get anything you want, 50% off?
Anything in this big shop mall, 50% off.
Mate, that's insane.
Everything, TVs, everything.
Everything you want, mate. TVs, dildos, VCRs.
I phoned my mates, got all
Sit-
everybody's
sit with
Timberland
Hunter's-
boot sizes.
Hunter's at jewellery. Mate, where's your dildos? 50% off.
You get a big fucking half price diamond, and you go, I need to put this back because I can only get that on the dildo.
Hold on, Maria. I've got John Paul on the phone. He's a size 8 and he's 1.6 inches.
But that's what I did. I went and phoned up my mates. I brought back about 8 pairs of Timberland boots. I got all fucking rigged out. Mine Tommy Hilfiger gear.
Yep.
That was happening at the time. Jeans, fucking, as if I was like pure Tommy Hilfiger rugby guy.
It must, have
rugby gear.
it must have felt like it was in a movie.
Unbelievable. I couldn't. And even like a wee cashier women were going, "Wow, 50%." And I was going,
Yeah,
"Fucking
that's right,
good,
bitch.
keep it
That's
coming."
right. What do you want, hen? Well, I'll buy you whatever you want.
How
Pick
much
some.
are you? How much are you?
That's,
And it was fucking
also,
amazing.
I bet you would have spent more than what you would have spent if you were.
Well, I would have
getting it
spent
full
fuck all
price.
going in there. I was just going for a
Aye, aye.
swatch. Going into Macy's Mall, man. And then before you know it, I'm fucking jumping about like fucking Khalif Halabab for the
Were you-
fucking Saudi.
Were
Just
you with the
buying
wife
everything.
at the time?
Give me
Was the
top
wife?
shelf.
Was the
No,
wife there?
I
No.
was back in the round then, man. I was back in the Sonic days, man. I was earlier, man. No, I mean, it was like that, pumping buds and that. I was like, what are the Macy's? Hey, man, hen, I'll fucking get you. I'll a Sonic discount.
Do you like Timbies? Yeah, hen. Do you like Timbies?
Yeah, the pop wasn't off price, I know.
Can I help you with anything, sir? I'm looking for a bump knife. A wee bump spoon, a wee gold. A what, sir? A wee gold spoony. Take a bump off of you sell them?
And if you don't have one of them, you get one of them big, it's like a fucking big necklace and it's got a wee hang on it and you screw it and you keep your gear in it. You know one of them? And it's got a wee gold spoon in it, you go like that.
As much as America is on fire and falling apart, it's still, what a place, man. What a place.
I actually hated America.
Oh, no, I love it.
as in, I never enjoyed it. I just, I never enjoyed much about America until it was actually about 3 or 4 years ago when I went to that said trip in LA, Santa Monica Boulevard, all that. And then no long after that, I managed to get back to it and we went to Vegas, Arizona, and I fell in love with America again.
Aye.
Just the food and the cuisine and the
brilliant.
traveling and
It's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. So it's fantastic. Fantastic.
it was good. Hey, can I give a shout out to the new patrons because I've had a few saying, "Big man, give us a shout." Can we do
Why
that?
not? Yeah.
Let's do that.
I've got a wee shout out first of all. Jim McMillan, #hero.
Hello, Jim.
Jim has asked, shout out to any gas engineers. Young Jim is in training to be a gas engineer and he's looking for anybody who's hiring gas engineers. So get in touch with the show and we'll put you in touch with Jim.
Beautiful.
Jim McMillan. Shout out to the gas engineers. There's not much about gas this man doesn't know. Get in touch.
I want to shout out to, and quite funny how Jim is just the latest Patreon has joined us. Welcome, Jim. Welcome to the
Jim. Welcome.
So shouting out to the patrons: Jim McMillan, Stephen Carroll, Kev, Sean, Hassan, Safi, Robertson, Richard Lang, Harry Bunter, Kat, Graham Barton, Billy Hind, Christopher Murphy, Peter Pod O'Donnell, Dave Spears, Declan, Blair Leishman, Alec Glachlin, JP, Paul Kranaki, and also Wano, who's finally fucking logged back in after emailing us 500 times. He was trying to log into his account with a wrong email address.
What a fucking muppet. He's in. He's back in.
Fucking about.
Welcome, heroes.
G. Paul, Stephen, Christopher McConnell, and Belter84. Welcome aboard to Patreon.
Right, you want some questions? Do you want some questions from the heroes?
Yes, let's do this.
Stuart M has asked, straight in with a food one, possibly controversial. Is there any place for fruit pudding and dumpling in a full Scottish breakfast? Stuart M strongly believes there is. Over to Malockley. Malockley, is there any place for fruit pudding and dumpling? A Scottish breakfast.
I'm sorry to let everybody down. No, there isn't. No on my fry-up plate. But hey, listen, I'll add to that. I like a wee hot bit of dumpling with butter on it with a cup of tea.
Oof.
Fruit pudding. I'd go there. It's no first on my reach, but certainly not on a fry-up. Don't fuck me about. Fry-up's very specific. I shut my eyes. I see the fry-up I want. That's the fry-up I want.
Stuart M., I'm sorry to do this to you, mate. I'm going to have to agree with my good friend, Morlocco Lee. Dumpling holds no place on a fry-up unless it is served on the side with a cup of tea. And for me, fruit pudding is a no-go. I don't like fruity things.
Is that like a dumpling with mere fruit shit in it?
No, it's like, so you get a black pudding, white pudding, and fruit pudding. So it's a slice. Fruit pudding gets a I would, however, say that white pudding has got a place in a fry-up.
I've never even tried it.
When I
shut my eyes and visualise the ultimate fry-up, it's no there.
Talk to me about the ultimate fry-up. Maybe we'll set Stuart a place here.
Before I do that, what I do want to say is,
okay,
I had fell out of love with dumpling. Fell out of love with it, Scott.
Right, as you do.
I just remember that when my gran used to make it, it was dry. You need to put hundreds of butter on it to even make it succulent, whatever.
Digestible.
My brother's daughter, Erin, big shout out to Erin. She's been making my niece. She's been making dumplings.
my brother's daughter. What does that? Is your niece?
I get mixed up with nieces and nephews and that.
Well, she's a lassie.
Right. So what's that make her a niece?
A niece.
So is a nephew a guy?
Yes.
Right. So she's my niece.
And
that's definitely your brother's daughter. What if it's your brother? What was your sister-in-law? Is it still your niece?
Still your niece, aye.
Right, okay. Right. So my niece, Erin, has been making dumpling. And I'm talking about the best dumpling I've ever tasted in my life.
Right.
You don't even need butter on it. See that with a cup of tea.
Oh.
In fact, see even just 2 slices of that dumpling and a big mug of tea, you're set for the day.
I'm in heaven.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
So I've recently fell back in love with dumpling. Now I shall go on and tell you my ultimate fry-up.
Talk to me.
Right off the bat, I'll shut my eyes. This is what I see.
Oh, listen. This is my celebrity square goal, right? When it comes to food. I want, just like you want to know what they're wearing, I want everything. I want to know where you're sitting, what your view is. I want to know the plate, what shape's the plate, what colour's the plate. Talk to me.
Here's my view. It's no square onto the windy.
Right.
The windy's to my left or right hand side, right?
Okay.
Because I don't want to be sitting at the windy eating for people to see me, but I want to be able to look, enjoy the windy, but also have my hide when I'm fucking just eating that shit like a horse's feed bag.
Right.
You know, hounding it in there. It's a big oval plate, heated.
Oval.
You know where I'm going from.
Good choice.
Right.
Old school fish and chip shop.
It's the big fucking big oval plate.
Big white oval.
There's a stack of hot white bread with butter.
What, no toast?
Aye, toast, that's what I mean. Sorry. But hot white bread. Toast, that's what it's called. I'm fucking...
Toastman, take that toast away. I want hot bread.
Is there a toaster in the house? Bring me the toaster. So, toasted bread, white toasted bread, hot, no burnt,
buttered,
golden brown texture, like golden brown. And I'm talking about a rack. You know the rack?
Yep.
Ready for it.
Yep.
Condiments. Tomato sauce and brown sauce.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So that's just knife and fork, nothing fancy, right? Yep. I don't think I need anything else. A big mug of tea, obviously.
Yep.
Before that, I would do a few oranges, maybe a couple of apple juices, just getting ready. Oh, just like that. This is the ultimate mukbang. This is the mukbang fry-up.
This is the fry-up mukbang, right?
No.
I'm with you up to that. I'm with you up to this point. At
least 3 to 4 pork sausages. Big fucking thick biff. There's none of your thin fingers.
Right.
Bad boys.
Okay.
Right. 3, 4 of them.
Right. Any square?
Yes, let me get to that.
Oh, sorry.
Slice. No, what's that? What's the ham? Just the ham when you fry the ham?
Bacon. Are you having a stroke?
No.
What's that thing? It's like warm bread. Toast? Aye, that's it. Aye.
Pig's arse.
What's the thing? The pig thing? Bacon? Aye, bacon, aye. Fuck's sake.
Pig's arse. Right, at least I could go more, but let's just keep it tidy. 2 bits of bacon, nice and crisp.
You need more than that, right? Okay.
Right, but I'm just going, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hunters are baked beans.
Disgusting.
No, Hunters are baked beans. Hunters are mushrooms. No,
Yep.
your shitty mushrooms. They
No.
need to be right good mushrooms. No hunters are saucing the mushrooms. Just nice mushrooms, beautifully cooked in their own juices. Right?
Chef's kiss.
Of course there's slice there. Of course there's square slice there.
Right.
I would only go one, no, 2 bits of square slice. Now here is a piece de resistance.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's got to be Stornoway black pudding, two or three rings of it. I'd probably go 1 or 2 haggis rings in there and all.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now on the side, and this is always a complicated one that you want loads of it. I'm going fried egg. I want scrambled egg if I could get away with it, but it's a couple of fried eggs.
Yeah.
Where you can still bust it and get the yolk out of there.
Yes.
And I don't think I've left anything out for my fry up. That's my mukbang fry up.
Okay.
Tomato and brown sauce, over the top of it, pepper.
Tomato and brown sauce?
Yes. It just works. It's a doubler.
Wow.
But maybe a butter. No, it's not a butter roll because I've got loads of toast. You've
got toast in it?
Yeah, toast and butter.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I would, however, take out the beans. And
you don't like any beans?
No, I'm not. I hate beans, mate. I would have 2 pork sausage, link, 2 square, 2 long, hunters of bacon, about 4, maybe even 5 rashers of bacon. I'd have haggis. I'd have haggis.
Crispy bacon.
Crispy bacon. I'd have haggis. I'd have black pudding. I would have mushrooms, without a doubt. I'd have fried eggs, ×2, without a doubt. And into that, I would add potato scones.
Oh, fuck.
And a bit of fried bread as well.
Yep.
And that's the ultimate breakfast.
I forgot the potato scones. I could live without the fried bread.
Just 1 wee square of fried bread, man.
Fucking unbelievable. That's just unbelievable.
What? I want that now, man. It's the oval plate, mate. I can visualise it. The oval plate.
It needs to be the big oval plate. That's the ground in it.
Aye, that's it.
No,
because do you know what that gives you?
That
gives you space to work. I like space to work on a plate, to move.
Presentation and space.
Mate, I'm loving it.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
It just changes the meal completely to a dinner.
Right? Fry it or deep fry.
Everything me or you just said on that, right?
With chips.
Take away the baked beans. Take away the baked beans and add peas. There's your dinner.
No, spaghetti hoops. Spaghetti hoops.
Daddy's cooking. There's your dinner.
Spaghetti hoops and a wee bit of chips. There's your dinner. Dad had this morning. No. You had a fry up this morning. That's your dinner, son. That's just as You'll notice the addition of spaghetti hoops and chips. Shut your face.
Look under your chips. You'll find a few fish fingers.
But I don't know if I want this. That looks under his fried egg. Finds yourself a fish finger. Exactly. Shut your face. Your dad looks after you. Classic council tea.
I found that in the grill for the last time I cooked.
No, there was one stuck to the back of the freezer that I've chiseled off. Mate, that's the ultimate fry-up, man. Stuart, I hope that answers. Well, we are sorry to go against you on the dumpling and the fruit pudding, mate. We'll take the dumpling on the side, but the fruit pudding is a no-go from the both of us. Also, I do enjoy it when heroes comment on each other's posts. So Stuart once again said, is there any place for fruit pudding and dumpling at a Scottish breakfast? Paddy Kelly has responded with, absolute fucking pervert. So it's good to see the heroes getting in touch with each other. Right, ready for another question?
Fucking perverse.
Ready for another question? This one comes from David Moore. See when you've done a shite. I'm just going to read this. I'm just going to read this word for word. See when you've done a shite. I did
notice, but there was a few disgusting pitched in with some disgusting questions.
At least we've not done any Spice Girls ones for a while. See when you've done a shite and you've wiped your arse. Do you pull your trousers up, then wash your hands, or do you stand with your balls out whilst washing your hands? If you do the former, does that mean you've got shitey trousers? Crazy the things you think about when you're shitting. David, thank you for welcoming us into your world. So David's asking, once you've done the toilet and you've wiped your bottom, do you pull your pants and trousers up and then make your way to the sink, or do you shuffle across the sink with your trousers at your ankles and wash your hands first? Malaka Lee, over to you.
Well, logistically, you know, you do your shite, you
Yep.
wipe your ass,
Yep.
you buckle yourself up, then you walk
I
or
would say
wherever.
so.
It's usually a couple of footsteps away to wash your hands. And any other way, that's what you do when you're 2 or 3 year old. You do a
Aye,
shite and you
do
run
the wee
about the house
shuffle.
with your fucking trousers down. Aye. But so like, I've only ever done that shuffle when you run out of paper. You know that one and you have a wee walk about with your pants down because you can't find any toilet paper, or you're just looking at some wee cardboard ring with the one
I've had to
fucking
do
shitty
that,
bit of paper.
the walk of shame a few times, like when you've pulled your trousers up, but your ass is still out, and then you need to walk to the airing cupboard to get a fresh roll of toilet paper out,
Aye.
and then
Where
walk
you
back
know,
in.
your cheeks are still all chocolatey and you're trying not to get
Oh.
any near the pants or anything because you're just trying to get to the bit of
But the
toilet.
problem is,
Here
I
to
think
another
when
one.
you remember when you were young in primary school and you would make the pictures where you put like paint in a bit of paper and squash it to make a butterfly.
Aye.
Remember, I think when you stand up, if you've got a bit of shitty bum, when your arse cheeks squash together, it's just pushing shite out inside your arse cheeks.
It's just making all sorts of carnage.
It's making.
Have you ever done it with
I
your
often wonder like what that would look like if it would look like a butterfly inside your bum.
a jobby fly?
I've done that where I've had to kind of like shuffle to the cupboard and get a fresh roll out and then shuffle back again.
I've actually done that and the doors went, so you can buckle yourself up loosely, unwiped, and you're at the door.
But also, if you make any movements, that's what I would say, David. If you make any movements unwiped, you're probably going to have to throw a wet wipe in there as well. That's more of a cleanup job,
man. And you ever done one of the ones where you get caught out and you just wipe your bum, thinking, "Cut of wipes, I'm out here," and before you know it, it's pure carnage. And you go,
like half an hour later.
Aye, and you think maybe there was a bit dangling there that I've thought I dropped, and you've just really rubbed it right up your ass crack. Do you know what I'm talking about? And it's like 5-6 sheets in.
I'm going to tell you a story, right? And listen, we're amongst friends here. We're amongst friends here.
Nobody's listening. It's just me and you.
It's just me and you, right? And I think we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we aren't honest with the listeners, with the heroes. Yesterday, I done a shite, right? Now I do maybe 2 or 3 a day. Right?
Daily?
I'm pretty regular.
2 or 3 a day?
2 or 3 a day. I have a coffee first thing in the morning, and then I have a shite straight after my coffee. I'll maybe have one round about lunchtime, and I'll have one for my tea, right? 2 or 3 a day. Yesterday, done my morning shite, got up, wiped, pulled my trousers up, then went to the sink just to answer David's question, right, as I think most people do. And then see about, no, I was spotless, mate. You can eat your dinner off it, right? Spotless. See about an hour later, went for a pee, right? And something in my head just went, I've got a really itchy ass. So I thought, I'll do a wee wipe. And I wiped it. It was as if somebody had snuck in and stuck a jolly back up my bum. What a mess. And I honestly stood there and went, where did that come from?
How did that happen? It's anal sex, man. It loosens the cavity. It's just like an old leaky pipe.
Imagine you wake up and you're going, oh, it's a great sleep, man. You just roll over and there's a wee tiny bottle of poppers next to you. Like, oh, she's done it again.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. How did this happen?
That's how I couldn't get into gay sex, really. I can't look a man in the face and kiss him. There's no attraction there for me. But also, like, you know, imagine you. Let's come on.
Why are we going to do
this?
Road?
Right? Two guys, like Spider-Man, right? 2 guys rolling about in bed, right? They're both giving and taking. No, surely there's shit all over the bed.
No, because you clean yourself. You douche.
What?
You douche your bum.
What do you mean douche your bum?
You get a thing called a douche. It's like a wee it's like a wee squeeze horn with a tube. You fill it with water, stick up your bum, and you fire water up your ass. Clean your ass.
Kicking all the shite around the pipe.
Aye.
So like,
my mate used to call it cleaning his flat. Because I used to say, you want to go for a pint? We worked at the Fringe, and I'm like, you want to go for a pint after this gig? And he's like, I need to go home and clean the flat, mate. I've got somebody come round. I'm like, clean the flat later. He's a fuck. And he was like, no, I need to clean my flat. I was like, clean it later. He's like, I'm going to get home and shove water up my ass.
I'm going to get home and get all the shit out my pipe. So when some guy's banging me, it doesn't go to his cock. Did I say that out loud?
I don't know how you clean your house, but that's not how I clean my house.
I didn't know that. So like, you know, like what was the part of the episode we couldn't remember what it is? The predatory gay sex guy, the phenomenal
Phenomenal
sex
pump,
art.
Shagger. Phenomenal pump.
Phenomenal pump
sex
artist, right?
Phenomenal pump artist.
He's no messing about to ask a guy if he's cleaned his flat. He's
No,
just
but you
taking that man.
as a gentleman who enjoys the company of other gentlemen, if you enjoy, that's part of it. I think you're just naturally a clean gent, clean boy. Just like you brush your teeth, you go, brush my teeth, clean my arse.
Clean the flat.
There you go. Done.
Anyway,
next question. So to answer David's question, we poop, we wipe, and we
walk on.
walk on. We bring our trousers up. David Spears. David is asked, when colourblind people get the mad magic glasses that allow them to see colour, and they say, oh, I can see blue, red, etc., how do they know the colours if that's the first time they've seen them? Genuinely confused.
The line about being colourblind, if they can see colours. A pair of daft glasses isn't going to make you see colours.
But I think colourblind, this is the thing, people who are colourblind don't see in black and white. They see muted colours.
What is a muted colour?
So, for example, I'm no colourblind, so I can say like yellow and I can see blue, but to them, a blue might appear as like a kind of a taupe or a kind of darker green, you know?
Right.
So it's like faded, it's like muted
It's like
colours.
an old TV.
It's like sepia. Do you know what I mean? So when they get the corrective lenses or whatever, they get the operation or that. Oh, no way, man. It's blue. Blue.
The dancing for the eckies and all the lights.
Oh, the blue bells are blue. That's what they see, right? So they see the colours rather than, they know what the colours are. It's just muted versions.
So they know what a blue is. It's just they've been looking at a shitty blue. So when they see a real blue, they go, oh man.
Pure tears, man. Like, it's the royal blue. Most clean sheets in Europe. So that's what happens. David, to answer your question, it's muted colours rather than seeing.
Right. So I just thought colour-blind people never seen colours full stop. I thought it was just all like an all black and white TV.
No. They see like a muted version of the colour, or they know what the colour is. Grey. Shades of grey, colours of blue.
But mind watching snooker on a black and white TV, you still knew all the colours. That kind of shit.
You knew where the light was, and also they were a different gradient, a grey as well. Know what I mean? But David, thank you for your question. Great question. What have we got here?
James Aitchison, the wee quick one. Birthday cards. Do you get raging when there's no money in them?
Good question, man.
I don't.
Yes.
Maybe when I was younger, but no, I don't give a fuck. I don't like getting cards.
Right, but you see, say for your 50th, for example, right? Well, what you get 49 to go first, then you should get 49 next year.
Yeah.
Right. You're telling me when you get your birthday card, if there wasn't a wee fiver inside, you'd love that.
Even when I was younger.
No, now you're telling me that now if you go 20 birthday cards and every one with a fiver in it, you wouldn't give a wee buzz. Of course you would.
I'd have a laugh, obviously, but
you'd maybe give it back to your mate, but you'd still get a wee buzz off it.
No.
Good to know. That's it. Your card's cancelled.
What? You give me a birthday card and you put a fiver in it, and I just go like that. I think to myself, fucking hell.
Oh, £1, mate. £1. That's all you're getting.
£1, man. Sellotape down it, man.
49 pence. Remember when you did that when you're 21, you get 21 quid in a birthday card?
Well, my auntie did it to us. She done that, and I thought it was wrong. What she did was she sellotaped 21 pound coins.
Aye.
And I was like, fucking hell, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
My granny did that.
21 there. You better be fucking 21 there.
Unravelled, and I was like, no way, man.
What a carry out I bought with that.
21 bottles of cider. 21.
Aye, don't worry. And I'll spend it on a nice tap. What a carry out I bought. What a carry out.
21 bottles of Pulse, man. That's how I always knew I was a wee, no scummy. Scummy's the wrong word, but like quantity. Because like when you go to like something happened, it was a birthday, or like one of you, like a mad old uncle would appear and give you a tenner when you were young. Instead of going, I'm going to buy a nice bottle of Pinot Grigio and enjoy my career, you like, fucking that'll do 10 bottles of cider, come on. a tenner? That's half an eckie I've got. Do you remember the first time?
Maybe eckies were 20 quid. You probably don't, because
I've never taken eckies. I've not taken eckies.
They used to be £20.
What?
Aye.
I
But
bet they were
like
dynamite, but
right good ones that lasted
they
all night. Right?
last you all week.
You'd wake up, you'd have no jaw because you chewed it off.
That must have been. See, when people started taking like 6 and 7 Eckies in a night, that surely must
That's
have
when you
known
just
then.
get cheap shit, aye.
Aye, it was just nonsense. You'll just
We
may as well buy a
20 quid.
bucket of Daz.
20 quid, you'd half in with a mate. This is like, fucking right early doors. Half in with a mate and half at each. And the bathies would be spark clean out of it for easy right through to the Sunday afternoon. Good times. Good times.
You think in the old days, like Queen Victoria and all that, when they used to take opium, like full on heroin, what a party that must have been.
Well, fucking they one of the interrelated. They're just
Know what I mean?
rolling about like a big
Pure
slug, pumping each
sitting
other.
in the fucking castle going, let's go and shoot some deer, man. Come on.
Let's go and shoot some peasants.
They're not.
Deals.
Yeah. Where's Tom
Peasants
Cruise's-
with horns on. Let's go to Mulport. It's fucking. Hey, I tell you another one. Hey, I tell you another bit on that. Right.
When are we going to do a hashtag live on Millport?
Well, it's got to be done as soon as we're allowed. Things went pear shaped for me when my mate, actually, it was a mate of a mate. He was getting Eckies and it worked out. They were costing 50 pence for one.
Wow.
Right. And see the carnage. Weekends lasted for weeks. Right. And it, honestly, I'm not proud of it, right?
Weekends
I'm not proud of it.
I'm not proud of it, love. Was I on ecstasy when I stormed Adolf's bunker? I may have been. I may have been.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty
not
as
proud of
charged.
it.
I'm not proud of it, love. I tell you, I've never seen a fucking Alsatian this size of my life.
And I swear to God, right, it was eating these things like fucking like Smarties, literally. And it came to a climax when the boy.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No, it's not a gay thing, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Everybody would get that mad with it. Folk would be like, taking their clothes off and climbing on top of motors and trees and all that in the naked. And it was some, I don't know, it was something they were just like, that's how mad
Getting
shit
back
go.
to nature.
Get clothes ripped off.
Mate,
It start off with somebody doing it.
This is how we used to live, mate. This is how we used to. Here,
It was
you know, sometimes in your bed when you get that wee shake when you think you're falling, that's because cavemen used to sleep up trees, mate.
No, it was like fucking Caligula. It'd be like guys wrestling naked. But anyway,
an Ollie Reed movie.
that spoke out to one night after the Archies, after however long, fucking out, need sleep or whatever, and it's rolled into the weekend again, and we ended up in there was a wee chippy or a fucking kebab shop or something. I think it's Gordon Street behind Prince's Square. We were in there trying to get water or something, and the boy Danny took all his clothes off in the kebab shop, right?
In the kebab shop?
Naked, right? Wow. Haunting the guy's clothes and started doing press ups because the guy wasn't serving his water, right? And I thought to myself,
this is too far.
These Eckies aren't good. It can't be good
too much, man. This is too much.
But that's whenever I think of ecstasy and the downfall of ecstasy, I just think of Danny doing chin ups or push-ups in that kebab shop. He's wee bricky rubbing against that glass. The
kebab sauce.
Come on, sell us a couple of bottles of water, mate. No, you get that to my shop. Come on, mate. Right, hoddies. He's got that. One
last, mate. I'm going to ask you one last time. Will you sell me water? No, right, this is happening.
On the belt buckle, I'm warning you.
Aye. All I want's water, mate, and I'll go away. You'll never see me again. Get that to my shop. All right.
Right, I want to ask a question, and it's from...
We're going to need to wrap this episode up soon.
There was a heroine. I just thought it'd be nice to ask a heroine's question. Gail Tyndall is when...
Good friend of mine, Gail. We used to work together on Snowzone.
There you go. She's went, what's the worst thing you did to your siblings growing up? Me and my sister had some right ding-dongs as kids. We were pretty mean to each other, actually. Thankfully, we've both grown up and are much nicer to each other now. We get on pretty well as adults, actually. She's actually twice. We can laugh about the shit we got up to as kids. And she's went, and I'm not proud of it. At least I shoot a German Shepherd like old mate Tom, though. And me and my sister have done some laser stuff that I'm not too proud of either. That was in the past.
Why do you read stuff like a proper spacker? Like he's like,
I've got
what?
dyslexia, mate. I have to
What?
really focus on my
What?
reading.
I know I can see it. What is the worst thing that you have done that has a growing up?
I made myself laugh there because I went like that. I said actually as if there was like 5 commas before it or after it. But anyway, so I mean, hey, reading I can do it. I read books, but I really need to concentrate on my reading.
So Gail's asked, what's the worst thing you did to your sibling growing up? I did some pretty brutal things to my brother. I used to do a thing
You're
where
the oldest.
I'm the oldest. I used to
Right.
pretend I was going to attack him with a knife.
Just a bit of banter.
I used to pretend I was going to stab him, right? And
Chase him
just
about the house.
no, chase him, like pin him in the kitchen and like go for his throat. And then just at the last minute, I'd turn the knife around so it was the blunt end.
The blunt end,
And I'd put the blunt end against his neck. And a couple of times he was like pure, like pure, like, this is it, man. This is how it ends.
What age are you?
Oh,
say your 20s.
26, 27. No, I don't know, maybe like 15, 16. No, maybe younger than that, 13, 14. Just fucking like, you know, when you get in the kitchen, like he's making a piece, when you want a piece, you're like, what are you doing in here? Just making a sandwich. Just making a sandwich, right? Fucking give me a...
You better not eat all the bread, man, you're fucking dead.
I swear to God, see if you've taken more than one slice. I need 2 slices for a sandwich. You fucking... You need what? Stuff like that,
Who's
right?
drunk my ginger?
Stuff like
my
that.
mom got in between me and my brother once we were ready to fucking rip each other's heads off.
Amazing.
And she's got in the middle. And that's what kind of made the two
Man,
of us laugh. Because it's full,
no.
stop it, you two. You're driving me crazy.
My way.
Me and my brother just like, so just hooked my mob done hurling, man. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with you, you fucking shite bag?
You used to be all right. You used to be able to take it in and watch a good doing.
My mate Chunk, Craig Armstrong, and his brother Scott Armstrong. Mate, see, I can remember once being in the house when they were fighting, and actually sitting thinking, I'm witnessing a murder. It was the most, it stayed with me to this day. It was the most horrendous fight. Forget the fact it was being 2 brothers.
That's how you never jumped in, because you're like, fuck it, the brothers will sort it out.
Mate, do you know what happened? I remember one of them, and I don't know what one it was, but one of them fucking, remember you used to do like wrestling moves, but you would do it for real. So he fucking like smashed him against the radiator. So the radiator hit him square in the head, right? And the radiator's nearly come off the wall. And then we all went, fuck. And we thought, that's it, he's dead, right? Remember where you were for the Crime Watch reconstruction. And then out of nowhere, he's got up and it's just a fucking, just a melee, man. And I remember sitting on the sofa like, God, in the name of God. But it was like proper fucking, it was horrendous. And then it just stopped, like, just naturally stopped because they were knackered. And I was like, I'm going to get my road boys, all right? But I mean, we were only young. We're like,
have you got Tomb Raider?
I thought we're coming in here to play the SNES. What's happening? It was brutal, man. Like proper kick.
But did you ever used to do that? Like, after the fight and all that, you'd be saying, you took it right, good doing. You took it well. Took it well.
Cheers, mate.
You took a doing. He's a right good cunt, man. You can take a good doing.
I always remember like seeing like wee bams and people who thought they're hard men, and they like thought they were in a wee gang and like they were battering something like, don't fight back. If you fight back, you're fucking getting it. As if they're all going to jump in, then the wee guy would fight back and be like, you fucking make a move, you're dead, you wee cunt. You stand there, shut your face. The wee guy's like, fucking, come on, wee man. Pop, pop, pop. By that fight, mate, it was brutal. But other than that, and I don't think I've never done really much. I used to kick like, the toilet door in when he was in the toilet and stuff like that, and you put the cold tap on when he's in the shower, but nothing. I mean, sneak in his bed. I remember once fucking trying to sellotape him in his bed, like wrap him up so he couldn't move in his bed. Just mad stuff.
Could have been a bit torture.
Stuff you do. I often wonder what it would be like if I'd had a sister, like a big sister growing up. If it'd have been cool or...
I grew up with a brother, I think a sister. Obviously, my 2 kids now are brother and sister, and they just don't get on at all.
But she's a wee sister, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
I often think it's better to have a bigger sister than a wee sister.
Aye, because they'd maybe be more mature or motherly, or maybe you. No, I don't know. I don't think there's either. Anyway, what was I got to say? The only thing that kind of reminds me about being nasty to my wee brother, and it's a silly wee thing, but I always feel guilty about it even to this day. Cheese and onion McCoys, right? My dad had 2 packets left.
Right.
I ate the 2 of them, and I put the empty wrappers in his bin deliberately.
So you get caught.
And sat back
and watched it go.
And just never said anything. And see you get fucking belted around the house for eating my fares, cheese and onion McCoys. And that was when I was like fucking.
Is that stayed with you this day?
It's haunted me, man. Even to this day, they knew I fucking feel terrible about that. And but it was how deviant I was. You know how it was the planning. I knew I was going to eat them, and I knew if I put them in his bin,
he's fucked.
Who's ate my fucking crisps?
See, when you heard that, did you think my plan has come together?
No,
or did you
it's just a matter of time. He's going to come up, shout at me. Did I eat them? No, Dad.
Check my bin.
Dad.
Check my bin, Dad.
And I even ate them in his room, so the smell of the cheese and onion crisps would be in his room. I don't know how to disguise my cheese and onion breath right enough.
Did you enjoy the crisps, or was it just was it more to get them caught?
I hounded them doing just to get before I get caught with them.
Pure sore jaw.
It was mad. See, even growing up, like fucking eating crisps or juice of my dad's. I'm fucking going nuts about it.
I know, but you think they know, like. There must have been a time when you've went into the kitchen to get something and the Waynes have tanned it and you've gone mad.
Aye, raging, man.
But again, see when
smashing some of my beers and all that because there's nothing else to drink.
See, when you're young, you just think it's fair game. If it's in here, it's up for grabs.
Until you get the fucking meat on, then you realise you can't touch certain things.
Even then, you're like, I'm going to eat everything in here faster and
I'm going to leave my bra.
And then I'm going to come down the middle of the night and fucking tan the biscuit jar, and then you're all fucked.
Biscuit jars, man. Things like that never lasted in my house.
We fucking midnight feasts. Remember that? We used to go down and get yourself a wee fucking packed lunch together, lock yourself in your room, watch your telly, wait for Eurotrash to come on. What are you watching in there? Jean-Paul Gaultier, he's a fashion designer. The fucking leaves alone.
Put the door down, there's fucking spunky bits of toilet paper all over the fucking room.
What?
I've got a hamster.
Is that 4 midgets in the telly? It's fashion, Mum, get it.
It's all the rage in France.
I remember watching Eurotrash, you're younger, and you're just sitting before it starts, and you're going, please let this just be full of diddies, man. It better be full of. And it would do a wee bit at the start, when it'd be like things like going,
clips.
Coming up in this episode, we've got a guy who paints with human shite. You're like, oh no. We've got a guy who paints with his willy. Oh, in the name of God. And we've got a woman with 6 tits. Yes! Looks like I'm hanging around for that segment.
And it's that one. Coming up in Eurotrash, we're going all the way over to France, where Wilma has decided to paint with her tits. Yes.
Go on, Wilma. I always remember one where a guy made painted art, like painted pictures with shite. And he would get people to come into his studio and like it was a big canvas and he just took a shit in the flare and then he painted with it. And I always remember watching that going,
what the fuck?
No, do you know what I was saying? I was like, there's a whole other world out there that I don't know about.
No, you thought to yourself, I could be an artist.
Get down the stairs in the morning with a wee backpack. Where are you going? Ma, listen, I've got to go and experience. There's a guy out there, he paints with shite, Ma. Right, and he gets people to come. I mean, there's so many. There's a whole world out there I need to explore.
I know I can't speak French, but if I sell my paintings with shite for at least half of what he gets, I'd be a happy man.
Right,
bonjour.
I've had more daily triangles than the next man. Right, au revoir. I'm off to paint shite photos, pictures.
Yeah, the fucking.
Stickmen painted in shite, selling for 40 grand a piece. I'm on Eurotrash with like onions in the corner. Well, I owe this programme everything. I was sitting in the house in Paisley and then I seen a boy on Jean-Pierre and I was like, here, I can do that. And here am I.
You're into the deepest fucking Parisian fucking boroughs. And then me Rab's curled down the upper close, squeezing one. Bonjour. Une merde artiste.
I'll be with you in a minute, mate. Are you here about a commission?
I could paint you with a hat on.
Guys, look, I enjoy the picture, but I much rather have with a hat. You're going to have to come back to the bar if you want a hat. You're going to give me
a cappuccino.
Yeah, listen, there's a fucking falafel shop in the corner. We run in there and get it. You want a hat? Fuck's sake, mate. Like, you're going to give me half an hour to squeeze one out.
You in a rush for this? Go and get the whole bulk.
Mate, the hat's going to be a wee bit different colour for the rest of you. Is that all right?
don't like mixing my palette, but
why is the hat a kind of green colour? Look, don't get fucking started on the hat, right? Let me just get a by.
I did say a hat, right? But it's more like a beanie.
Could you add the walking stick? Oh, you're taking the piss now, mate. Fuck's sake, man. I've been to McDonald's twice this morning.
There you go, 20 grand.
Aye,
Put it
40,000.
up right now. Sit it flat until it dries.
40,000 euro, mate. I just need to get a quick blast for the hairdryer, then you're good to go.
Don't stand in wine for this. This is the bad bit. This is the bad bit.
No, I'd hang it outside if I was you, or in a well-ventilated room. Oh, fucking good time, man.
Good way to end up the show.
Good. Hey, end with a laugh. That's what I always say.
Just wee quick one there. Stephen Harry Wilson is saying we should make Room 101 a full feature. It's a great laugh and let the folk blow off some steam. I think it should be a regular feature. We should have at least one Room 101. One Room 101 topic per show.
I think we should have Room 101 baby. I think we do one a month. We can't have one every show.
No,
one a month.
You just pick one Room 101.
What? 101?
Aye. All right, one a month. But
We'll
it's
do
not like the full
a
show. It's
room.
going to be Room 101. We pick one to discuss.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy. Episode 102 in the bag. Thanks for listening. Fifth birthday. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had a wee giggle. If you've been offended in any way, good. If you are listening to this on the console, we love you all. But why not come over, become a hashtag hero, and enjoy all the extra content. Get every single episode, one a week, including all the specials and the extra goodies that we drop. Sign up at patreon.com/the hashtag show, or go to the website hashtagshow.co.uk and follow the links. You can become a hero for, believe it or not, and I've done the maths. You ready for this? You can become a hero.
Like 10,000 wanks?
No. You can become a hero for 86 pence a week.
Beautiful.
That's how much it costs you. 86 pence a week.
And how much? What do I get for 86 pence a week? So what kind of laughter do I get in return?
You get every episode. The hero episodes, the specials, the extra content, plus you get access to the banter that is on the Patreon page. 86 pence a week. When you think about it like that, it's how we know all heroes, man. Know what I mean?
You've lost me down the back of the couch.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. So sign up, become a hero, help grow the army. And yes, we'll be back next week for a hero episode, and we'll speak to you all then. Have a great week. Take care. Look after yourselves. And as always, any questions, topics, please do get in touch. And listen to my podcast and Mal's podcast, and come and play my quiz on a Wednesday night on Facebook. And and just enjoy life. Enjoy life.
Hey, Henri, this Scottish man Rab is making a picture from the merde.
The merde.
Merde artiste.
Merde artiste. Merde. My merde. My merde.
I'm not just an artist. I'm a merde artiste.
I'm not.
I'm France's deepest underground.
Right, let's wrap it. See you later. Bye-bye.
All the best now. Take care.
That's it. Oh, remember
And
we used to do? That's it. And we used to have a song. No, anyway, bye-bye. See you. All the best.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay. Great. Good night. I love you. Okay.
The hashtagshow.co.uk